could get with that. You could get with this, or you could get with that. You could get with this, or you could get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You could get with this, or you could get with that. You could get with this, or you could get with that.
Of She-Hulk. I got the fam with me. Got my boy Hollywood DA. What's good with you, homie?
Not much, man. Just in the building, ready to talk about this She-Hulk. You know what I'm saying? We had a couple of pump fakes on this video, but we don't get it going. Because I got these thoughts to get out. I got to defend my girl Jen. I got to defend the Jen.
Okay. I hear you. You better be, hey, Hollywood attorney at law. You gonna have to be that today, yo, because you're gonna need to defend this episode. And last but never least, we got Cola in the building. What's good, Cola?
Hey, always bringing that big auntie energy, the resident bae. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure we're pretty simpatico on this episode. I'm gonna give my thoughts off the rip. I didn't like this episode. Only reason I didn't like this episode, it may be a little surprising to some. I didn't like this episode because it started to pick up a little bit and then it cut right off, yo. You know what I mean?
When you say pick up a little bit, pick up where?
It started to feel like, all right, so let's get into it. So last episode, we saw her Hulk out in court, and everybody was surprised. And then we go to this next episode where she shows up at the bar. She's met outside with one of her co-workers. They're like, hey, they're calling you She-Hulk. She hates the name. She said, why do you got to put a she in front of it? Why can't it just be a Hulk? So this is going to upset a lot of fanboys out there because, like, why are they pushing this woke shit? Because, it's cool. She don't want to be called She-Hulk or whatever. So she gets in there, but she said, hold up, before you go in there, you got to turn into She-Hulk because that's what they came to see. She goes in the building. They buy her drinks. She's happy. So I didn't mind that part of it. I mean, it started. But then her boss shows up. He says, yo, can you not Hulk out? Can you come down to my level? So she did. She had too many drinks. She was inebriated because regular Jen, she can't handle the drinks as She-Hulk can. Fell off the stool, gets up. She gets fired because it was declared a mistrial for saving the jury's life. So I wasn't mad at that. What y'all think about this part of the episode?
I'll let y'all go ahead and hate, man.
All right, go ahead, Cola. Come on, let's go tag team this joint, yo. Go ahead.
I'm trying to change.
I didn't see too much wrong with this portion of it, except for the fact that her clothes were fine. You know what I'm saying? Like she hulks out, and yet nothing is shattered or whatever, shredded.
I noticed that too. I can't lie. I noticed that.
But she also had a different outfit on too. Like she was dressed like you, Ollie, before she got in there. Then she get in there, she got a suit on.
It looked very suitish.
She had a hoodie on, man.
Even when she was Hulk?
But it looked different. I mean, you can't tell me your hoodie don't stretch out that much. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I would defend it. Well, he did say your best friend will be spandex. That's what he said last episode.
Yeah, but I mean, was her hoodie spandex though? You know what I'm saying?
I never seen no spandex hoodie in my life.
And would it stretch that much? Because she's like 7 foot tall. With when she hulks out, but when she's like small, she looks like she's like 5'2". Maybe
if that. Yeah. So all right. So right now we haven't lost you. You're okay with this?
Yeah, I was all right with it.
Okay.
I was about to say, I mean, it's we watching a show about Hawks, yo. It's gonna be some whatever, yo. So the clothes are magical. They're magical green beings walking around amongst us. Let there be some magical clothes. I'm gonna give it a pass. But
on top of that, I don't think she had a problem with being called a She-Hulk. It was I don't think she wanted to be associated with Hulk at all. I think she wanted to be her own entity. It wasn't the she. It was just I don't want to be associated with that at all.
Well, I think she was like, I think she was more like, hey, if you're gonna call me a Hulk, don't put a she in front of it. Because why you gotta be a she in front of it? Why can't it just be a Hulk? You know what I'm saying? Why I gotta be a woman? Why can't it just be a Hulk? You know what I'm saying? So she didn't like it anyway, whether she, Hulk, or Hulk. She didn't like it anyway. I ain't gonna lie, she did have a hating coworker in that joint though. Dude came up to him and was like, yo, you gotta Hulk out the win, yo. You know what I'm saying? And then he's horrible because he was saying there's a woman over there. Let me go talk to it.
Yeah,
I don't know if y'all caught that. Y'all caught
I
that?
did. I wanted to punch him through the screen myself. Like,
Yeah, I think he's funny. Like, it's not. I will admit, it's not too much. Ha ha ha! Funny up here. I think he's comical to me. He's been comical the first episode. This episode, he was like, "Yo, how you get the Hulk powers?" He's like, "Oh, nepotism." I see. Like,
Nepotism.
You know what I mean? At least he's throwing them out there. Somebody's got to liven it up.
No, I mean, I enjoy his character. I mean, what he said was funny. It was nepotism in such a way. I mean, accident, blood gets in it from your cousin who happens to be a Hulk. Accidental nepotism, yo. But yeah, so let's get back to this dynamic.
Cole, what you think about him, yo? I know you got love for him, right? I don't even know his name.
I mean, maybe not love, because unfortunately that's the type of shit that you deal with, well, as a female, you deal with on a regular basis. You couldn't get the job just because you were smart. It was because, you're pretty, or, like because of what you wore that day or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So he embodies a lot of men that I've encountered in my life. So.
Yeah, we'll get to that part too, because there was some of that infused into this episode, especially when she gets her new job. So his name is Dennis Ollie. That's a co-worker. So let's talk about this boss. So like, no good deed goes undone, yo. Yeah. So her boss was like, "Hey, thank you for saving our lives. The jury appreciates that, but this trial was declared a mistrial, so we lost. So you're a distraction. We have to fire you." Yeah. I thought that was kind of effed up. I mean, like, it's not her fault. I mean, like, literally, you do something good, and something bad always comes with it. So sometimes, what was she supposed to do? And that's what she asked, though. What did y'all think about that part? Go ahead, O.
Well, I mean, with that, as far as it goes, I mean, it was kind of, definitely it's fucked up. She got fired and what have you. And, I mean, think about it. For real, in real life, she could win in the court of public court of public opinion.
Public opinion.
Yeah, she got fired for saving people. They'd be like, "Yo, what the hell?" Like, she could just make a couple of posts on TikTok and a YouTube video, and they'd be like, "Yo, we can't fire her." You know what I mean? But I see they did it to push the story along. I do want to give a shout out to one of the jurors, my black man in the beginning. I gave an interview. Like when they killed people.
Yeah.
She was like, "What happened?" He was like, "Hey, yo, this chick." He was like, she was decent too." Like, hey, did you catch that? Like, he did. He was like, she was decent too. Like, hold out. I was like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "There we go." You know what I mean?
Oh, that's what we do, man. Golly, yo. In any situation, we look at a woman, like, she all right though. Yeah. Like, oh, she murdered her husband, but
we're bad.
She had a dog though. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Cola just gave you a speech about the workplace.
I mean, she said she heard it all her life, yo. I ain't gonna say we say it out loud all the time, but you gotta be like give each other a look, like, you know what I'm saying?
I've been around enough men to know that that's what they do.
I mean, it's just in our blood to do so. I don't know why, yo.
Basically, like that chick, what was it in Italy? The angel face killer or something like that. They called her, and she was like, cute. She looked plain to me, but they were like, "Oh, she's so pretty." She couldn't have killed them. Okay.
There's some women out there look beautiful. Like, I've seen some like jailhouse pictures of women in the pen, in the state pen, in the feds. They look good, but they
you just seen the ones that go viral on Facebook.
Yeah.
99% of them don't look like that.
No, you're right, yo. You're right.
Don't look like that, bro.
Right. But now, like in this case, I kind of feel like it's kind of art imitating life because, like if you think about it, like whistleblowers, they're technically heroes, right? Yeah. But they get fired from their jobs. They're hard to hire in any other job because they whistleblew in the last position. Yeah. Like to me, they should be the people getting rewarded, but they get fired and they get, chastised because of it.
Yeah. I mean, they got retaliation laws, but people know how to get around it. So
exactly. You have enough money, you could get around anything.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So moving along a little bit. So, she's fired. She goes seek comfort of her family. Does anybody know who her dad was? Anybody?
He looked familiar, but I couldn't place him.
He was in an 80s show. He has a cousin named Balky. He was on Perfect Strangers, yo.
Perfect Strangers.
But I don't.
Larry from Perfect Strangers, yo.
Larry, yeah, I don't remember Larry. I only knew Balky's name. Don't nobody remember
Yeah,
Larry.
Well, that was the
the cousin.
cousin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cousin, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He had a
So
nice
he's still
girlfriend though.
acting, yo. I don't
Wow.
remember
I
seeing him
thought he
stuff.
looked familiar.
Yeah, yeah. So he's in it. So they greet her outside, say, "Hey," they told the family, like, "Look, we know you got fired. We're not gonna bring it up." Somebody, I don't know if that's her cousin, brother. I don't know whatever dynamic that was. I don't think they said anything.
His cousin, yeah, it was a
It
cousin.
was a cousin. Brought it up, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they meet, and uh,
I mean, what y'all think about this? Because if I
go
got
ahead.
any criticism for this episode, I thought this. Actually, I can't. I put think and thought all together. I said I thought. I don't know what the heck I just said. But either way, I think the episode wasn't that bad. Unlike you two, I mean, it was a decent episode. It was a solid episode. I do
Okay,
think there was missed opportunities in this family scene.
I do too.
I see where they were going with it. I mean, they was trying to have it. You know what I'm saying? Pop ball, little laughs here and there. It just wasn't hitting like it
Nah,
should. I will, and I give honestly, I give a shout out to Miss Marvel. I got like with her family scenes, like the dynamic with her parents. You know what I'm saying? It seemed more
hmm
authentic, and so the laughs were a little bit more natural. Like it was easy. You know what I mean? It was like easy. This was you could just tell some folks sitting around the table in the writers' room like, let's say this, let's say that, like,
yeah.
and the actors really didn't pull it off.
No chemistry. I didn't feel
Right.
like it was like I didn't feel like a family to me. You feel the same way,
It, it
Cole?
didn't it didn't feel natural at all. And like I felt like they were trying way too hard for a funny when it wasn't needed. You know what I'm saying? Like it just wasn't natural.
Yeah. I mean, my understanding, she goes to seek solace with her family. They try to lift her spirits up, especially her dad. Dad's really supportive. Um, but yeah, so she leaves the family, goes to a bar. I guess it's a bar she's a regular at. Um, Money getting low, so the bartender kind of pulls the bottle back because she ain't had no more money, yo. She already said
Mm.
that. So what was you about to say? Oh,
Nah, I want to get into the sad ass jokes that the family made. Yo, listen.
go ahead. Go ahead. Go. I mean, like, look, I probably missed
I
a lot of
just
the
say,
jokes. I'm like, this shit is like,
well, I didn't even like it was a
Corny.
bunch of jokes. It wasn't even a bunch of jokes, like for real, for real. But I do say they started off solid, yo. They started off solid when your boy's like, yo, I just made manager at Best Buy, and the dude was like, yo, employed and promoted. I was like, okay, we going there, we going there. And then the dad started asking questions about Hawkeye's
Hawkeye
arrows.
and
Like,
arrows.
I
Yo.
was
I
like,
never understood
ah.
what was his angle. Like, why did he care so much about Hawkeye's arrows?
Yeah, I mean, I
I
ain't gonna lie.
think
I thought about
well,
that in the past though, but it just wasn't funny. Oh, go ahead, Cola.
well, what I was gonna say is that I felt like they're trying to foreshadow maybe what she's gonna end up doing later because I know like Corey mentioned something about like the liabilities and stuff like that that nobody really thinks of afterwards, like after the war in
Afterwards.
New York and all this other stuff. So that might be what she might be getting into. So I think they were trying to foreshadow some of that into it, but it was just again, it just felt forced. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It
Yeah.
didn't feel
And
natural.
yeah, and then we went into the uncles talking about, yeah, my wife's a stylist. She gave him the look. He's like, yeah, we can do like the hair, all the hair. I mean, maybe because I'm not a woman. I guess Cola, you didn't find those funny. Her saying she needs some highlights or whatever the hell. No,
No.
no chuckle.
No
They
chuckle.
tried,
Well,
yo. They
No.
they did
tried, man.
try,
That's
yo. I
all.
mean,
Okay.
they did ask the
But
question, like, what happens to Hawkeye's arrows? Does he go back and get them? You know what I'm saying?
we need
You
the
know,
clumps.
we need something, man. I mean, the only dude that was funny was the cousin, yo. He was pretty funny because he was being sarcastic, yo.
Yeah, you got
Hercules,
fired.
Hercules, Hercules. Oh, my bad.
Thought you said to mention it.
Yeah, I know.
But
Oh man.
so we go back to the bar. She's at the bar, then I guess a lawyer from GLKH finds her. So GLKH, they were actually the defendants in the case, or they had their client was being defended, and
Yeah, the
he's like,
lawyers.
"Yo, I like your style, yo. You had us beat. Come work for us." She was like, "Well, you got me fired." Like, "Well, we had to. It's business, and you hulked out. We was gonna lose the case, so this was our out. So, yeah. So offer you the job." She's like, "Word, I'm with it." She accepts the
Yeah.
position. Um, she gets there, And they didn't even tell her what she's gonna be doing until she walked in the door. So she's all hype and happy. Now go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, dude tried to explain it to her, but she was just hyped. She was like, as soon as she started talking, she was like, "Yo, I'll take it."
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
I just had to pick my paralegal. He was like, "I don't give a fuck who your paralegal is. Like, I don't give a fuck about who's the motherfucker be typing."
or filing or picking up stuff. Yeah, answer the phone.
I gives nothing. But see, that's again with the. See, it sounds like I can't criticize though. I'm the beacon of light. Come on, yo.
You the beacon of light.
Because I mean, they tried there too. Like, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, but that's the thing about it is, yo, you can kind of transition. You can like start off high, like Cola said. You can have high expectations, and then the more you talk about it, you realize it wasn't that good, man. You can come down to us, yo. It's fine, yo. So she shows up at the law office, and he was impressed with her superpowers and wanted her to run the superhuman law division. But the caveat is she has to be She-Hulk the whole time. Damn. So, I mean, now she's looked at it as a gimmick, and she doesn't like that. So, she's walking through the building, everybody's looking at her. She breaks the fourth wall, looks at the camera, saying, "Why I got to be like this? Nobody else needs to be like this." So she looks over to the boardroom, see a bunch of all white people, old white men sitting in there.
Yeah, I would say
so
men too. They old men.
They're all old white men sitting there, so they have that patriarchy going on. She goes into the office. She sees her paralegal, who was at the other law firm with her that she bought. And she meets Pug. Pug comes over there, gives her like a welcome kit, and shows her where to go poop. And she was thankful for that. Now go ahead, O. I was about to take it.
I like Cola take it away. She touched on this earlier about what women got to do. I mean, like basically, even though she's a great lawyer, I mean, dude even admitted that she had them beat. But it's like, nah, we just want you for your. Sometimes we want you for your tatas. Sometimes we want you for your green skin, yo. Like, I don't know, like,
right. They treated her like a dog and pony show, like they need something, nice and shiny to walk through there, and like who better to run our supernatural division than somebody who's supernatural or whatever, like
happens to be a lawyer,
right? Yeah. Who just so happens to be a lawyer, But my thing is, like, what if she was dumb as as the Hulk? Like, we don't know. Mm-hmm. Like, he didn't know. Like, all she did was like save everybody's life, but they don't know if she still has the same mental capacity as she did as a lawyer. Yeah. They didn't speak to her.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, that's a great point that I didn't think of. God damn. Because, I mean, before all this Smart Hulk stuff, shenanigans, I mean, when David Banner, smartest man on earth, once he turned to the Hulk, guess what? It was only 2 words: Hulk smash. Nothing
Hulk smash.
Right, exactly. Like, and I mean, on top of that, like, how do they even know that she can hold her form for like 8 hours to 20 hours a day or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Like, however long she's going to be working there, pulling all-nighters or whatever. Like, how do they know that she can maintain that form the whole time?
And that's kind of why I have an issue with this. And like I said last episode, why this feels rushed, because she's not struggling with her superpowers. She already got
She's already mastered it.
And it took Bruce Banner forever to get his Hulk under control.
15 years.
And then with 15 years, even in like when he had to fight Thanos, he never wanted to Hulk out again. He never wanted to fight as Hulk no more because he was scared.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's the only parts I have,
And why doesn't she have a
cat calls?
But why doesn't she have like an alternate personality, like David Banner does, with the Hulk or whatever, until he merged them two together? So like, why doesn't she? Like, why is she still herself, just tall and green?
Well, I mean, I kind of have a theory behind it, because Smart Hulk, his blood did drip into her, so that's probably the advancement of the storyline. Like, all right, my blood, I created Smart Hulk. My blood got into you. Now you have the capabilities of Smart Hulk. Whatever. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's the issue with this. It's only 30-minute episodes, and they rushing through it. So she gets to the job. She talks to the head lawyer of the firm, and he's like, "Well, your first case will be Emil Blonsky, aka
Abomination.
Abomination." So obviously she has a direct conflict of interest because Abomination did try to kill Hulk in previous movies, and she's like, "I can't take it." So, well, if you don't take it, you can be fired. So she's in a moral conundrum. So she's going back and forth. So she ends up calling Hulk to get his permission to do so. But the Hulk is like, "You don't need my permission. You're going to take it, and trust me, you can take it. I already talked to him. We're good to go."
No, he didn't talk to him, man.
He did talk to him. A
Yeah,
haiku.
a haiku.
But when we find out, which I read, I didn't know, is that he showed up to his hearing or something like that. I don't know. I don't think they said it, but that's what somebody said online. Well, a couple places said it
We
online.
haven't had a hearing yet. Yeah. Well, we're hearing.
No, for the parole, for
But
parole
that-
hearing or
I
something.
mean, yeah. I mean, it hasn't
That's what I'm saying. I got
happened
kind of
yet,
confused with them.
But
Did somebody
we
say
got-
something
no,
I didn't get?
Oh damn! See, you probably got spoiled, and you just spoiled everybody in the world, yo, America. We don't have to.
Well, no,
work
it
that
might have
out.
been the comic
because-
books or something,
well,
maybe.
Well, some people sent out. Some people got 4 episodes, like
Really?
TV
That's not
reviewers.
fair.
TV.
They ain't
you know
supposed to
what I
be
mean?
talking about it.
Oh.
Like, yeah. I mean, it
But,
probably
I mean,
leaked out. I
But
didn't
how
know
is
Game
that
of Thrones-
possible?
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah, but and honestly,
You know-
yeah, you're right because he's out in space. My bad.
Right,
Cutting you off,
yeah.
Paula. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Get it out. Spit it out. Sometimes you gotta tell me to shut up. You gotta be like, yeah,
Shut up!
I know. I'm like, I'm just cutting you off. My bad. I'm a bad. It's been a bad night for me all around.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Yeah, so I mean, and that's it. When she's talking to Bruce Banner, and I'm gonna let Cola speak. I want to get this part out so she can kind of wrap this part up. So he's like, "Go ahead, take the case," and then she was like, "Cool." And in the middle of conversation, he dips out, loses connection, and he's on a ship going in outer space. So, what did you think about this part, Cola? I mean, I know we have our issues with the show, but I didn't have an issue with this part so much.
I don't know if I really had an issue with this part either. I mean, she just kept talking anyway. Like it's like she called him to ask for his permission, in air quotes, but she basically just talked the whole time. Like she was talking her way into it, almost doing his part and her part
Yeah.
on top of each other. Like, okay, well, this is what I'm gonna say, and then you're gonna say this, and I'm gonna say, you know, but yeah, I mean, I didn't really have an issue with it. I just want to know where he was going.
Yeah, I mean, we've all done that. We've all had like some bad news to deliver somebody. We just keep talking and like having a conversation with ourselves, and they just sit there like, you know what I'm saying? I think we've all been there. And that's just one of the cases. I mean, like, yo, he said, "Go be great, yo. Go do what you need to do." You know what I'm saying? So she does. She calls the job back, said, "I accept the position." So she goes to visit Abomination in prison.
See, because this she did Abomination first. That's what I was about to be like, yo, come on, bro. I thought it was the hater in you, yo. Because how you don't skip over Tim Roth, man? But
no, I'm gonna get to that.
But yeah, she saw him first before she called him, because he convinced her. But that's why I thought it was the hater in you skipping over.
No.
That's why she was like, "Oh, he said some stuff. I really believe him."
No, but I'm saying that she had to call
She called Smart Hulk after she talked to Tim Roth. But I was gonna let you rock because I thought you was just.
Oh, that's right. You're right. You know what? I got it
like
mixed
the
up.
best actor that was in the show. Like
no,
y'all
that's the only part of the shit I like. I got
all the good parts. We just gonna fly over. I thought that was the hater in you, yo. That's why.
Nah, not at all. I can't hate this. Tim Roth is a good ass villain.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I got them switched too. I got the scene switched too.
So she goes. So her job told her, "Hey, you take this job, or you'll be fired." So she goes to see Abomination. When she walks in the building, she's trying to make jokes that they ain't trying to play with that. Like, yo, they gave a whole bunch of rules. Don't get too close. Don't step over this line. All that stuff. So Abomination is not Abomination. He's a mill. So he's got the Wu-Sa going on and the Shangri-La attitude going on. So, they go back and forth. But the biggest things that he said, he was like, "I'm the victim here." He's like, Hulk, it was my target. I'm the victim. I got pumped full of drugs and all the super soldier serum to go handle an issue that the military wanted, which was a very convincing argument, which was true. If you go back and look at the old
like
Hulk
50,
joints,
50. It's like 50-50.
you think it's 50-50?
I mean, they definitely sent him out to get the Hulk, but he went a little crazy. Like when he started stabbing himself with like 1,000 needles of that.
Yeah, and that's
Like
I agree.
He went a little crazy.
Yeah, but like every drug has a side effect. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't hit with every single person. You know, like one person be like, this is the best, thing ever, like since sliced bread. And another person's like half dead,
Yeah.
So like different drugs affect people differently.
Yeah.
No, let me stop playing. I was like, that nose candy hit me different, play. I'm good out these streets. No, but,
Hey, I mean, if somebody probably take a bump of cocaine to be good. If I take a bump of cocaine, I might be bouncing off the goddamn walls, yo, because I don't do the shit. You know what I'm saying? What you think about this episode? This part of the episode?
This scene was fire, yo, to me. I mean, as far as Tim Roth, all this stuff, I am wondering who are these 7 pen pals he keeps referring to. He keeps saying, 7 pen pals. I don't know if he got like 7 women. Women
sister wives, yo.
Women write to dudes on death row and get married. I never understood how a lady can marry somebody on death row, yo, but it happens.
It's hard out here in these streets, man. You don't even know.
That's what it is. Is that bad?
That's why I'm single now. I'm about to look for a pen pal in a minute.
Find you a pen pal. But he said he got 7 of these joints.
And he can't go nowhere.
Yeah. And he's like, well, at least I guess you know he ain't cheating. He ain't in these streets.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
He might be cheating.
He might be cheating.
But I'd be the only woman in his life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right, true that. But I just wondered, because he kept mentioning, he was like, yo, I gotta get to my 7 people, you know what I'm saying? He was like, I got 7 pen pals. Like, I'm trying to get out of here and meet them. They got, we set up and everything. So
like
I
a
wonder
farm
who
or some
that is.
shit.
Yeah, because I don't know. I mean, they brought him back. I mean, that's a big name actor to bring back just to toss to the side. You know what I mean? It's got to be something. And then, I mean, well, we'll see at the end. There's more to it, but it's got to be something with it. But I like the whole scene. You know what I'm saying? Had a little Silence of the Lambs action going on. I mean, it ain't quite, Clarice type good, but just because she isn't as good as my girl. But
Jodie Foster.
Yeah, Jodie Foster held her own in that. You know what I mean? And Anthony Hopkins. But no, just in general though. I think, fuck it, man. I thought it was good, man.
No, I thought it was good too. What you think, Cola?
I thought it was good also. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this scene was good, but I mean, like you said, he is an excellent actor. And like his whole little monologue was interesting because I was over here like I was expecting the Abomination too. Like, okay, what's going on here? And like his explanation, like I love the whole like storyline with that. And like the side effects and how it like changed him or whatever the case is, and this is who I really am, and all this. And I do want to know who those 7 soulmates are also. Who are these 7 soulmates? Do they know about each other? Is what I really want to know.
I hope we get some like some Owen Wilson. We should like in Loki. We want him to get on his jet ski, yo. You know what I'm saying? I hope he gets his farm with his 7 sister wives, yo. You know
right. But you know what I was wondering though, like what the significance of the yellow line was. I
guess it was a cautionary line. I mean, like he stepped across it and something happened. She didn't get zapped or nothing, but a lot of alarms went off.
Yeah, a lot of alarms went off, but I'm like, okay, but what does it do? Like, because I'm wondering about that for later. Like if that was something that triggered something later,
Yeah.
Oh, like a weak spot, like Abomination can say, "Oh, that's a weak spot," or something like that, like some kind of
like somehow get through because of that.
Yeah.
All the time, every movie where you have the same person like in a single cell in a room, they always be like, "Don't get this close." Somebody always gets close. It's like,
like, every single time.
Reach to the bars, or they'll be like, do some shit and like come in, like open it up for a second. There's always something.
Yeah, I mean, dude from Captain Winter Soldier, he escaped. He was in a cell just like that.
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
You can't.
Um,
Somebody always gets too close.
yep. So this comes to the end of the episode. So she does call her boss and like, hey, I'm taking the case. She was all gleeful. He's like, good. Now turn on the news. So she cuts on the news. What she sees? She sees Abomination in an MMA match that took place during Shang-Chi, yo. So she's like, oh, this sucks. You know what I mean? So now she has to defend Abomination, who's doing abomination things out in the world, but he's no longer Abomination, so he say. You know
So
what I
he
mean?
said.
Yeah, that's.
And then the
But I was
episode cuts
wondering.
off, yo.
Yeah, I'm
So
sorry. Go ahead, Carl.
no, I said then the episode cuts off, and I'm like, when it started getting good, that's my whole issue with the show. It's like, so I mean, we can kind of wrap up the show as far as talking about different things. Like they never referred back to the court case.
Mm-hmm.
Like we talked about it last week. She had a 5-second fight, and we never see that character again. Like we don't know what's going on. We don't see her going back to the lab. Like she whipped my
Well, they
ass.
did
Who was
mention
this
it
chick?
in the interview in the beginning, just briefly. The interview before the interview, the black guy that she was a super villain influencer. Whatever.
Yeah,
That
they
means.
did.
I guess
Whatever that means.
she's an Instagram star or something for super villains, but she was a super villain influencer.
Catch me outside, girl. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Nah,
basically.
but I mean, like, yeah. So they didn't reference that. Did y'all? I thought, when it ended that court case, I thought we'll see her like getting up or getting taken away or something to reference that fight, and it never happened. So I didn't like that transition. They just pick her up, going outside of a bar, getting, everybody raving about her for being She-Hulk. You know what I'm saying? What you think, Cola?
I don't know.
What?
I was wondering. I kind of was wondering the same thing. And when what I thought was actually going to happen when she went to this new law firm was that she would have to defend her. Even though
Yeah, that's what
she's
I
the one
thought it
who
was gonna
fought
be,
her, I
too.
thought that she
Yeah.
was going to have to defend her. But the one I did want to touch on was the boss. Did you actually listen to the boss when he was talking to his assistant? His boss is an asshole, yo.
Oh, yeah,
Like his
yeah,
boss
yeah.
was like, let's get Bob to go to Indiana or wherever,
Minnesota. He's like,
Milwaukee,
Minnesota. Yeah.
somewhere cold, because
Yeah,
he
he's
hates
like,
the cold.
he don't like the cold.
You
Yeah,
know,
he was like Minnesota. He was like,
right.
Minnesota.
And like, Steve over there, let's just go ahead and fire him. Like, and then even when at the end when he was talking about like, oh great, you're gonna work with us, watch the news, click.
Yeah.
Like he's an ass.
Y'all think he's evil? You think there's something going on with the boss, or you think he's just an asshole?
No, he's just an asshole.
Think so?
He's definitely just an asshole.
He bought his paper, yo. That's all that is. He
Definitely.
bought his paper.
Yeah, I don't know. He giving me
any and all
some
clients.
Yeah, but I think he might be, for some reason, he's giving me a vibe of he'll sell his soul, and he might team up with somebody evil. I don't know why I get that from the firm, like
I could see that.
because he's representing all these evil people. I don't know if did he start the firm, because he's not defending like Captain America or Hawkeye or anybody like that. These are all like people that's destroying the city so far.
Right, but he's doing it for clout. Like, because he even said, this is like, right. It was like, just the exposure alone, I'll do it pro bono just because of the exposure.
You get off the biggest gangster, you get him off. Guess what? Every criminal in town's gonna come to you, player. Like, you know what I mean? That's
right, and that's money.
Yeah,
that's money.
Yo. We don't take these billable hours.
Yeah.
Like, I'm wondering if Daredevil is going to make an appearance, since this is like a legal show.
Yes.
He is. I'm excited about that. Spoiler alert, but I'm good for it.
No, I mean,
I spoiler. Yeah, it's been all over the internet, so we good.
Oh, has it? I haven't read up on it.
I mean,
wasn't there another scene at the end, the end credits?
Yes, so I was going to go into the end credits.
Okay.
Ollie thought it was funny. I didn't think it was funny. She's hanging up TVs, carrying waters, holding up a car. No, so basically her family's using her strength to get shit done around the house. So I understand it's supposed to be comedic, because his family not looking at her as She-Hulk, like, oh, I can use you to do stuff around here. So
yeah,
I get it. Just didn't make me smile or anything like that.
No.
And I don't want to be a hater, but I mean, damn, they spend a lot of money and a lot of marketing for this shit, and it's not hitting. I don't think it's hitting.
I mean, the jokes aren't like crazy, laugh out loud funny, but like even that's part. I thought it was. I mean, I thought it was comical because
The
I mean,
jokes are
honestly,
corny, man.
if somebody was a Hulk in my family, I'd probably have them doing the same shit. I'm like, yo, man, I need some shit fixed around. You know, get this root, this tree stump out, front backyard. I need that shit
They
gone.
can definitely do that for me.
Yeah,
A couple of things. So I'm gonna reach out and be like, yo, it'll be like it's like the motherfucker got a truck. Every time everybody wanna ask to help move, you know, I'm gonna be like, yo, Hulk. I'm like, yo, David. Yo, Dave, what up, player? How you doing? What you doing Saturday? You know what I mean? Like, come
But I mean,
around
I
the
guess
house,
you know
man. I
they're
need
keeping her
something-
humble, keeping her humble. Like, yeah, you still the regular Jen, even though you She-Hulk. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna keep her grounded. But I mean, overall, I mean, this should be trending better. I thought they had more. I thought they had better parts of this episode than they did in the first one. I'm not gonna say it was a 3 like in the first one. I give this one like a 5. I was in the middle of the road, and that's like it's a 5, yo. I can't go any higher than that.
Alright, it could be a 5. What you think, Cola, man?
I'm gonna say like a 3 or a 4. Like
Oh
I
my
can't.
God, no! You gotta put some behind a 3 or 4, yo.
For what? For what? What am I putting it behind it for? For what?
You gotta put you can't just be like it's a 3 and be like yeah it sucks. So,
There was just nothing to get me. There was nothing to get me at all. Like the corny jokes ain't gonna do it for me. You know, I mean, but that's what's crazy about it because every other Marvel series, like they've been so natural in the dialogue and everything else, but they're trying to make this chick like talk extremely fast. You know, I guess they're considering that quick-witted. You know, but it's not. You know, it's just it's coming off unnatural for me. It's unauthentic.
I can't argue some of the points, but no, I'm gonna say this, man. I didn't think the episode was that bad. I watched it. I wasn't mad. It wasn't like I was like doing a whole bunch of other shit when it was on. I was just like checking my phone a lot. I did check my phone once or twice, but I wasn't like just doing a whole bunch of other shit. So I'm gonna give it a good 7. You know, I thought it was like a
Really?
7. I mean,
See,
it wasn't
I
bad.
watched it twice.
It
The first time I fell asleep.
oh damn.
I did. I fell
It was
asleep.
pretty. It was. I mean, it was like an average show. Like 7's average. What's a 70? Yo, that's a D. C. Well, nowadays that's a C.
A 70 is a
Nowadays
C.
that's a C. There we go. We're a C. C. You know,
Okay.
we're near the bottom, but we still a C. And we holding it on. We holding on. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They gave all the effort they could. That's all. I'm not giving them.
No, I don't believe that.
I mean,
I think they could have done better. I don't believe that.
No,
I mean,
it's
based
Marvel.
off that first episode and then this episode, I think they gave all. Look, some people give their best effort. Like you give your best effort, Cola, yo, you don't get that A+. I can give 100%. The shit might just be a C. It don't mean I ain't try hard. I gave it all I got. So I think they gave it all they got this episode, and we got that C. So they might luck into a B next episode. So I'm riding with
Maybe.
that.
Maybe I'm giving them time because it is only 2 episodes and this is like an origin story. So,
Yeah, there we go.
you know, I'm giving it time. I'm giving it 3 or 4 episodes and see what
And it's-
happens. I mean,
and it's-
since supposedly we have 10, I don't know how we're gonna do 10.
But you know, it's a different type of show. It's 30 minutes. And it's supposed to have the sitcom feel. So it's not.
But the
supposed
other
to be
shows were
deep.
30 minutes. The other shows were 30 minutes,
Hours.
weren't they?
They were like an hour. No, there was an hour.
Who?
It'd be like running.
Hawkeye was like 30 minutes, wasn't it? Like maybe 40.
No, it was like
All those
40,
shows were-
40. They were a little longer.
They were a little
WandaVision
They
was
had different lengths.
WandaVision was 30 minutes.
Well, I don't know
Yeah.
about WandaVision because I didn't make it. I just passed.
WandaVision was 30 minutes.
That shit was
This is dangerously teetering in WandaVision territory, in my opinion.
Really, and see, I
No.
like WandaVision after
No.
episode 3. After episode 3, I like WandaVision.
Well, that's probably why I didn't make it because I couldn't
Right.
pass that. But this is nowhere near as bad as WandaVision in the beginning. WandaVision was
Nah,
horrible.
I say it's teetering. I ain't say it's there. They got to pick it up. You know, They got 3 more. Well, they got episode 3 next Thursday. we'll see. They keep leaving us on cliffhangers, y'all. So hopefully, with the cliffhanger, we'll actually see why we were hanging off the cliff, unlike we did in this episode. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Like I said, 5 for me, 3 for Cola, 7 for O. We'll see you next week, yo. Phenom 202, Hollywood DA, Cola. You gonna join us next week? Hopefully, fingers
Yeah,
crossed.
I'll be
Hopefully,
here.
we'll have Corey Roy back. Shout out to Corey Roy. Oh, one last
Yeah.
thing, Corey, you did say the
Congrats to Corey.
Sarah can. Yeah, Corey got a boo, got his home crib.
Yeah.
Yo, like that shit,
There
yo.
it is. Yeah.
But he did point
That's
out
it.
World War Hulk should be on the horizon because that's Hulk is in space now. So I think that was a
Okay.
nice
Yeah.
handoff. So hey, shout out
That
to
is
Corey for
true.
bringing that nugget to us, yo.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I've read some, not so much spoilers, but predictions. Because I guess Hulk had a whole kid out there. That's why I never knew that. You know?
Oh, he's getting busy. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And
I
all
mean,
that
he
Hulk was
did
Hulk.
spend like 2 years in outer space when he was
Because they were saying like, what would make him like just dip when Shorty was going through everything she was going through. I mean, of course the ship came down, but I guess that ship wasn't even a. And this is because I'm not that deep into it, but I was reading the websites. So I guess that ship wasn't even like a war type ship or anything.
no, it was
It
like a
was
transport ship.
it's a transport, like a message. So they was
Mhm.
trying to send the Hulk a message. So that's why he's on the joint. And so it was like,
Yeah.
what could be so important to make him go back out to outer space?
Oh, so you had a kid. So
Maybe
Hulk smash.
We don't know.
Hulk definitely smashed.
Literally, Hulk
Literally.
smash.
So we're gonna end that on that okay dad joke. You know what I'm saying? So this is it, media. Come fuck with us next week. Peace.
Yes, sir. Peace.
All right.
You can get with that. You can get with this,
Yeah,
or you
they gotta
can get
pick
with
this
that.
shit up,
You can get with
Yeah.
this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this, or you can get with that.